it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be installing a mod that I should have done to the car, honestly, the first time around, but I just waited too long, and now we actually finally have one. So we have this Ecs Fmic intercooler that we're going to be putting on the car today. We're going to be installing this today because the Oem Intercooler is actual garbage, and that's like the one weak part with this B9 platform is heat soak. Honestly, I think the hardest part of this whole process is just taking the bumper off and just not breaking anything. So we're gonna see if I break any clips today. Hopefully not, but this should be super easy. I didn't get any charge pipes or anything, so we're really just gonna be replacing the OEM one, putting this one on there. So we're gonna go do that, and yeah, let's get to taking the bumper off. All right, so to take the bumper off, basically you gotta start from the top, and then you have some T30 and some T25 Torx bits at the bottom that you gotta take off, and then there's a couple Torx bits right here behind the fender well. Honestly, there's one like kind of further in here that's gonna be the hardest one to get out. And from there, you just gotta undo the connectors. That since this car's a front camera, there's one there, and then there should be like one here and then one over there as well. But real quick, we're just gonna take this off. You just push this little button back in. Literally just comes out. So we just get that up. This should honestly just pop back up, just like that. And then once you have this off, you'll see the I think these are T30 or T25 Torx bits. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 here. You take that off, and then from there, it'll. I'm pretty sure the grill part will come off, and then after that, we're gonna go ahead and get to the bottom of the car. As you can see, the car's on ramps right now. That's why we have it on ramps, so we can get to the bottom and undo those from the bottom. And then after that, like I said, we're gonna go to the sides. That side is gonna be a lot easier than this side. Street Ride, shout out to you. I actually watched your video on how to do this. But on this side, the AC lines actually run through here, so it's a little bit trickier to get to that T30 or T25 bolt that's back here. But once I get that, I mean, you just need like a couple extensions to get to that, and then should be good to go. But on that side, should be smooth sailing. But I'm really not looking forward to having to take this connector off right here, because apparently this is a really big pain in the butt. But I'm gonna quit talking, let's get to work, and let's get this bumper off. We have these off. We're gonna get to the bottom ones, so you're gonna want to use a T25 for this. You have, I believe there's 4 of them. So, we've got the 3 out. I think we have one last one over here. Got one here. And once we get that out. Really quick, one thing to note, I do have the car on a ramp right now. It'll really help out if you turn the wheel on whichever side you're working on. So for example, this side, you turn the wheel to the right, so you can get to the T25, I believe, Torx bits. There's one here, one there, and up there. And then once you take that off, you pull this felt liner back. It's really hard to tell right now. There's a felt liner right here, you pull it back. There's one more T25 in there, you take that out, and then a retaining clip, you pull that out, and then this will pop out. Once you get both sides undone, you're gonna wanna undo the connectors. All right, I'm filming this on my phone since I can't capture with my camera, but basically you have the 3 T25 bits that you gotta take off, and then you take this last one off right there. That right there, you gotta take that off. So you're gonna need an extension to get to that. So there's one of those on both sides. That's probably gonna be the hardest one you're gonna get to, but once you get that off, this whole thing will just come out from the side, and then you should be good to go. All right, so we have this connector off. This is gonna be the hardest one to take off. This is the connector to my front camera. So once you get that off, this should all just come down, and from here,
and on that side too.
One here and one there, and once you can disconnect that, the whole bumper will be off. This right here just clips onto these little body panels right here. Once you get that off, you're free. That clip is now off, and then now the bumper's really gone.
Look at that.
I'll need your wet gloves. Alright, so now that we have the bumper off, we're gonna go ahead and get this OEM intercooler on. You're gonna wanna use a 7mm to get this hose clamp off. Once you loosen that, you should just be able to wiggle it out. Just like this, as you can see, that barely took any effort. So that just pops out. Alright, so this right here, this just clips on, it's a little air duct. But you're gonna wanna get to your other hose clamp right here. So it hooks onto these 2 little hook things right here. Just take that off. It should clip off super easily without breaking. But have one more that's clipped on up here. Just like that. You should be able to just finagle it out of there. And then from here, just take this 7mm off. that. Just gotta wiggle it. Wiggle, wiggle. And should be good there. Just a little gasket, I guess, on this side that you can keep in there. But yep, now we have this disconnected. I believe this is honestly just held on by a couple clips that where you rotate it, and it should come out. So to get this off, there's a clip on the left side right here that you just get a little flathead, you pry it out. Might break the clip, you might not. Just depends on how hard you want to be with it. But there's one on both sides. Once you get that off, you get these pipes off, and obviously the pump loose. You just rotate it forward, and everything should just come out. So, woo! This actually had a rock wedged under that liner right there. I don't know where the rock went, but got a nice little battle scar right here. So, for this Ecs intercooler, it actually uses the factory hooks, the plastic hooks that are right here. Let me try to. It's hard to tell. Oh, actually, you can see it right there. But basically, this just hooks in right here. As you can see, there's like a little metal bracket on the intercooler itself. And then you can see I can move right here. You just want to hook that on there so it'll hold it in place so that you can get the pipes back on there and then the matting bracket. Alright, that's on there. Bro, I think we're mint.
That looks way better.
I think we're mint. Oh, that shit ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, once that's bolted down up here, that'll be so good.
She's going nowhere. Alright, so now we have this Ecs intercooler in. We've got the brackets on here that they provided. You can see here it just mounts to the top side of the intercooler. It goes under this little brace right here. It just goes through and down through there. You can see on this side it's the same deal. So this thing isn't going anywhere. It's actually more secure than the Oem one now. But we got this thing clamped down. We've got this one all good. This was a little confusing because I accidentally took this rubber piece off when I initially took off the Oem one. So I actually didn't know which way this was facing orientation-wise, but we just had to flip it over and it was fine. This will just go right back on there. We'll flip that on there, and then yeah. So now let's go ahead and get the panels back on. As you can see, we got a lot of foliage going on from a couple weeks ago, but should be good to go now, and we'll get the bumper back on. All right, so we have the Oem intercooler off. We now have the Ecs Luft Technic from my intercooler on. Honestly, not too bad of a job to do. The thing that really sucked was taking this bumper off and putting it back on because there's a couple bolts in there that are really hard to get to, especially if you don't have the right tools. But luckily, we were able to, for the most part, I guess, get it back together. Didn't really break any clips. All the connectors went off, came back on pretty smoothly. So, other than that, like I said, this thing is tiny compared to the new one. And honestly, the Ecs one isn't even as big as the other ones I've seen on the market. I know Wagner Tuning and APRs is way bigger than this one, but honestly for this application, I think this intercooler will do just fine. Definitely obviously better than this one, but if you guys like what you're seeing, make sure to go like and subscribe, and if there's anything you guys want to see, anything else you guys want to see on the channel, with this car or anything else, just let me know. I'll do my best to try to make that happen, but until next time guys, see you guys later. Thank you for watching.